Do you find yourself wondering where your hard-earned money disappears barely a week after receiving your paycheck? Do you sometimes look through your closet and ask yourself, why did I purchase this? What was I thinking? In this video, I'll be sharing 10 things I never buy and a proven strategy to eliminate those questions from your life. Let's start with this. 1. Subscriptions. Do you know that Australians are wasting $4 billion on monthly subscriptions, and 51% of Americans subscribe for things they don't need or use? Sounds huge, right? Maybe even unrealistic. But think back a little and be more introspective. Remember that time you wanted to be fit so badly and thought that getting a gym subscription would motivate you and even take you one step closer to your dream? Did you ever visit the gym after that? The answer is most likely no. Okay, remember when you got a Netflix subscription to impress your girlfriend, even though you hardly watch movies? What about all those other countless sites and blogs you subscribe to monthly, but never even bother to read their congratulatory auto-renewal emails? So now, do you still think those stats are outrageous? I guess not. You need to cut down on unnecessary subscriptions and start making productive and valuable ones, like hitting that subscribe button to our channel. 2. Impulsive purchases. It's something we've all been guilty of at some point. If not, how will you explain the purchase of that pile of phone cases, funky socks, and kitchen gadgets that you barely use? We've all been there. But guess what? You're the boss of your own spending. You know what's essential in your life. Everything else? It's just marketing trying to convince you that you need it, even when it's really just a want. Once you start telling yourself no to those impulse buys, you're taking charge. It's all about knowing the difference between what you truly need and what's just trying to sneak into your shopping cart. A study in the UK found that folks drop over 150,000 pounds on impulse buys in their lifetime. What about Americans? They're shelling out more than $5,000 a year. Imagine what you could do with that cash to actually make your life better. 3. In-app and in-game purchases. Here, we're talking about those little, or not so little, buys you make while you're gaming. For this one, I'm just going to let the numbers do the talking. Here's the scoop. Did you know that 70% of Fortnite players drop some cash on the game? And get this, the average spent on digital goodies in Fortnite alone is around $85. Then there's the Candy Crush craze. These folks are raking in a cool $3 million a day from players snagging extra lives and whatnot. But it's not just about the money, it's the time. We're talking hours upon hours sunk into these games. Ever checked your Steam stats and seen those gameplay hours stack up? It's not hard to hit 1,000 hours in a year, especially for dedicated gamers. Now imagine if you could convert all that time into cash at an average gamer's wage of over $20 an hour. That's a cool 20 grand you might be leaving on the table. And we're not even factoring in the initial game purchase or console costs. Next on the list is 4. Fancy interior decor. Another thing I never buy are those designer furniture, custom-made rugs, and art pieces that cost more than a small car. Sure, these high-end goodies can elevate a space, but let's be real, not everyone's got a vault of gold coins. You've got to weigh the pros and cons. Are those handcrafted tiles worth a month's rent? Maybe not. They're beautiful, but do they make sense for your budget? That's the real question. So while splurging on expensive decor can give your place a serious wow factor, it's all about finding that sweet spot between style and bank account survival. There are plenty of ways to make your space look awesome without maxing out your credit card. Keep it classy, but keep it real. 5. Tobacco and alcohol. These two old pals have been around the block for ages. Now, I get it. They can be part of social scenes and all, but let's be real. They come with a hefty price tag, not just in cash, but in health too. Tobacco, it's like burning your money and your lungs at the same time. Cigarettes, vapes, you name it. They ain't cheap. Then there's alcohol. Sure, it's fun to let loose every now and then, but overdoing it can hit your wallet hard. Fancy cocktails and craft beers can drain your bank account faster than you can say cheers. And don't even get me started on the health risks. We're talking about cancers, heart troubles, and a bunch of other nasty stuff like addiction. Bottom line, enjoying these buddies in moderation is fine, but going overboard can burn a hole in your pocket and your health. So keep it cool and remember, there are plenty of other ways to have a good time. 6. Luxury apartments. Alright, let's talk about those swanky apartments that scream high-end living. Sure, they come with all the bells and whistles, the posh interiors, the killer views, but at what cost? The rent alone could probably fund a small country. And don't even get me started on the maintenance fees. I'd rather have a cozy place with some extra cash in my pocket. 7. Expensive vacations. I'm talking about those trips that cost as much as a car. Sure, they promise Instagram-worthy moments, but do they really deliver memories that are worth the price tag? I'd rather have a budget-friendly adventure and use the rest to build a comfy nest egg. I get it, these things are tempting. Who wouldn't want to live like royalty or jet off to some exotic locale? But when you look at the numbers, it's clear that there are smarter ways to spend your hard-earned cash. So, while luxury apartments and high-end getaways might be a dream for some, count me out. I'd rather splurge on experiences that enrich my life without emptying my wallet. 8. Takeouts and delivery. Everyone, at one time or another, has caved into the convenience of having their favorite delicacy delivered right to their doorstep or grabbing a quick takeout after a long day. And don't get me wrong, treating yourself to a delicious meal without the hassle of cooking is a small luxury we all deserve. But here's the thing. It's crazy easy for those little indulgences to add up. Think about it. Those weekly pizza nights or daily coffee runs can really put a dent in your wallet. Let's break it down. Say you grab lunch from your favorite spot every workday. That's what, around 20 bucks a day? Multiply that by a month, and you're looking at, well, a good chunk of change. And don't even get me started on those food delivery apps. They're like a treasure trove of temptation. One tap, and boom, there's a feast at your door. But here's the kicker. Those delivery fees and surcharges? They can sneak up on you. So what's the move? Well, it's all about finding that sweet spot. Enjoy your takeouts and deliveries, but maybe make it a special treat instead of a regular thing. Set a budget, get creative in the kitchen, and save those deliveries for when you really need a break. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, it's about being mindful. Your taste buds and your wallet will thank you. 9. The latest trends. We've all been there, right? Whether it's the newest smartphone, those gotta-have-it shoes, or the trendiest threads, it's like there's this unspoken pressure to stay ahead. Take tech, for instance. Every time a new gadget drops, it's like a beacon calling us to upgrade. I mean, who wouldn't want the shiniest, fastest gadget? But here's the kicker. Last year's model is probably still rocking and rolling just fine. Then there's the fashion game. We see celebs and influencers strutting their stuff in the hottest styles, and suddenly we're eyeing our own closet like, do I even have anything to wear? But the truth is, classics never go out of style. A well-loved pair of jeans? Timeless. And cars, oh boy. The auto industry keeps churning out sleek rides with all the bells and whistles. But do you really need that brand new top-of-the-line model? A reliable used car can get you from A to B just as well. Don't even get me started on trends. They come and go faster than you can say fidget spinner. Sure, it's fun to dip your toes into the latest fad, but remember, your personal style is what really shines. The bottom line is that it's totally cool to treat yourself now and then, but when it becomes a mad dash to keep up, it's worth taking a step back. Sometimes the best things in life aren't the flashiest or the newest. They're the ones that bring you genuine joy and value. So march to your own beat, my friend. 10. Lottery. Ever wondered where your paycheck vanished just days after payday? Turns out Americans collectively splurge over $70 billion annually on lottery tickets alone, as of 2014. That's a staggering sum, and it's worth considering how even a fraction of that cash could be better utilized towards savings or investments. So the next time you're tempted by the allure of a jackpot, maybe think twice about where your hard-earned money could truly make a difference. As I promised earlier, I have a universal solution to all these things. Think critically before you spend. Sounds easy, but not really. Before you hit that buy button, swipe that card, make any purchase at all, or even give to charity, give it a solid 24 hours of thought. Let the excitement simmer down and really ask yourself, do I really need this? Trust me, this small pause can work wonders. It's like a reality check for your wallet. That shiny new thing might not seem as essential after a night's sleep. By waiting, you might find that hard-earned cash is better spent elsewhere, like towards your goals, savings, or experiences that truly matter. Have you ever tried the waiting period rule before a purchase? How'd it go? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. I hope this video has helped you, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the next one.